he has showed us situation there at the borders, heavy shelling
yeah.
still going on at Jammu Kashmir's Uri. This is extremely scary.
Of course, Sakshi, not an easy job being a reporter and a camera person covering war, but I think definitely not an easy job wearing a uniform and indeed protecting those borders. So hats off to India's armed forces, and News9 continues to salute them and respect their sacrifices that they are making away from their families in ensuring that we continue to sleep peacefully amid these very, very tense times.
That some more breaking news has just come in, Kartik. We've been given to understand that a loud explosion has been heard in Gurdaspur. This is the breaking news that we have received from Punjab's Gurdaspur district. A massive explosion has dropped Rajuvela Chitra village early this morning at around 4:45 a.m. The blast was in fact so powerful that it tore open the earth, leaving behind a crater 40 feet long and 15 feet deep in an open field. These are the visuals coming in straight from there, straight from Gurdaspur. The sound of the explosion, in fact, was, Kartik, extremely deafening. The window panes you can see has been shattered in homes up to 4 kilometers away. Terrified residents poured out of their houses. Many, in fact, rushing toward the blast site, unsure of what exactly just happened near them. You see, Kartik, it's extremely scary. By sunrise, the entire village had gathered, stunned, anxious and waiting for some answers. Police and bomb squads are on site is what we've been given to understand. In fact, collecting the samples as the investigations now continue. They are trying to collect the samples to do the further analysis of what exactly just came in their way.
This crater is deep, and this crater is big. This doesn't, and Gurdaspur being, being still a little bit of a distance away from the border, this doesn't look like an artery shell to me, but the generals on the show might be able to confirm that. General Chopra, a crater this size, 40 feet in diameter and about 15 feet in depth, in the heart of Gurdaspur, doesn't seem like an artillery shelling. It seems something that could have potentially come from the air, sir. Is that right?
Really, I have never seen this kind of crater in my entire service of 40 years. I really won't like to comment on this. What kind of bomb or rocket or a missile it is, because I've never seen a crater of this size.
Any opinion on this? Oh, I believe
I
General
really
Dwivedi.
know, I'll not like to commit myself on this. Let's
Right.
wait for the press briefing on this.
Yeah, of course, we will wait for the press briefing, and we should have some details on what this potentially could be. Remember, Gurdaspur is a city in Punjab. This is it is quite a distance away from the border. I don't know if we can try and check exactly how far Gurdaspur is from the LOC and from the international border between India and Pakistan.
No, it
But
is very, very close. Let me come in between.
yeah, tell
It
us,
is
sir.
in the it is as you're facing Amritsar, it is right of Amritsar,
Right.
about 50 kilometers from Amritsar, and very, very close to the border. And there's a cantonment also there.
So 50 kilometers from Amritsar towards the Pakistan border, sir, or away from the Pakistan
No,
border?
no, I'm saying parallel. From border, it may be just 15, 20 kilometers.
Just 15, 20 kilometers.
Yeah.
Would an artillery shell be able to inflict this sort of a damage, sir, or that's highly unlikely?
No, the best RT shells, like we have the 55 mm
Yeah.
or 130 mm. I've
Yeah.
never seen, though, the Punjab soil is very, very soft.
Yeah.
And but this kind of crater, like that's why I'm saying I never want to comment on this.
Right.
But this kind of crater I have never seen. It may
Right.
be, neither from a rocket, neither from an RT shell.
Yeah.
Let's wait for the analysis
Of
before
course.
we make comments on this.
Of
The
course. Tell
experts
us.
available to
Right.
verify these.
Of course, sir. Of course. But do tell us about the range of artillery shelling, sir. From what distance can they inflict real damage? Whether or not this is a crater caused by RT shelling is something that we will, of course, not comment on right now. But what is the typical range, for an RT shell to inflict damage?
See, we have a mix of mortars and RT guns, both India and Pakistan, having various ranges. The mortar is as long as 5 kilometers or as short as 5 kilometers, where the RT guns is a mix of RT guns which have a range of about 16 kilometers, 25 kilometers, 40 kilometers, and going up to 60 kilometers. That is the best the RT gun possibly can fire with the booster rocket in that. About
Understood.
60 kilometers. That's what we've been seeing yesterday
Yeah.
Some RT shells have landed as deep as 60 kilometers into the civil areas.
Got it. Sir, I want to come back to the visuals of Jammu that we were playing some time back, and the temple in Jammu which has been attacked.
Shambhu temple, yes.
Shambhu temple has been attacked in
Yes.
Jammu. Again, I mean, we were some time back, General, talking about the DNA of Pakistan, and we were talking about how it is their doctrine to inflict pain on civilians in India. What does this tell you about Pakistan? Why would they go after a temple? Because I think the obvious answer that people in Pakistan would be giving us on this would be, hey, you attacked a mosque, so we are going after a temple. But a categorical difference between that being that India went after terror camps, and if they were hiding in mosques, then so be it. That is definitely not the case in India. So, what does it tell you about Pakistan? Why would they be going after a temple and a peaceful Shambhu temple in Jammu at that?
See, what I'm trying to say, no professional army will target any religious places.